Hey, what's happening? It's Dr. Allin here at Evolve Chiropractic here in Woodstock. I wanted to go over the advanced founder's position for you. So you have already been working on decompression breathing. You've worked the regular narrow stance or normal stance founders. Now we're going to take this into two different positions. The first one we're going to do is a wide stance founder. So essentially, when you're getting into a wide stance, you want it to be pushing your boundaries a little bit. So you don't want to be stretching to the point of pain. You want to get to a point where you can start to feel some stretch in your adductors. And once you're in that position, you're going to slightly rotate your feet outward. Now from here, your knees are going to be straight, but not locked, right? So you don't want to lock the knees out, so just give a little bit of softening into your knees. Now from this position, we're going to push the hips straight back, keeping the chest upright as much as you possibly can, and hinging back from the hips. Now you want to hinge back as far forward or far back as you possibly can without falling over. So as soon as you start to feel like your toes are coming up off the ground, that's a pretty good indication that you're about where you need to be. So from that point, you're going to create your sphere of tension. Fingertips come together. You're going to pin down your shoulder blades. Elbows are going to squeeze in so you can engage into your lats. And your arms are going to be down, like almost like you're holding like a really heavy coconut or a small ball in your hands, and you don't want that ball to fall. So you're holding nice and strong. Now my feet are anchoring in towards themselves. I'm pulling the ground strong in. Now be careful that when you do that, your knees aren't rotating inward, that you're pushing and driving that tension into your glutes and into the erectors in your middle back, lower back. So you should really start to feel those burning. So once I'm here, I'm going to do my decompression breath. Breathe up off the rib cage as I breathe out, pulling the belly into the spine. Now from here, I'm going to isometrically hold this position here as I raise my opposite arm up. Now from here, I'm not using my trap to elevate my arm. I'm pinning down and lengthening my lat as I reach. While I'm doing this, I'm maintaining that tension into my hamstrings. If you start shaking, you're doing it right. So slowly elevating up, and you're really locking down underneath the rib cage. You're not letting that shoulder hike up towards the ear. Again, making sure you're nice and broad as you breathe in. Breathe into the back and expand the rib cage as you breathe out. Pull the belly in. And just keep alternating. You'll do about 10 repetitions with the arms while maintaining the breath. Now as we come out of this one, you're gonna really dig your heels into the ground. Use your hamstrings and your upper back or your lower back, mid-back region to pull your body up to neutral. Once you're in this position, we're going to go into a narrow stance with toes are going to be pointing inward. So a little bit more narrow than your shoulder width. Toes are going to be inward. Again, knees are going to be bent, not locked. Now for this one, we're going to be reaching up about as high as we can. Again, you're going to be pinning those shoulder blades down as you reach. And as we come up, we're going to counterbalance, reach the hips back into space until you start to feel that burning in the middle to lower back region. Now for this, I'm going to do the opposite of what I did. So when I was in my wide founders, I was pulling the ground inward. Now I'm going to be pressing the ground outward. And I want to think of my foot as that tripod. So I want my heel, the ball of my foot under my pinky toe, and the ball of my foot under my big toe. Those 3 points are going to be pressing into the ground relatively hard. So reaching back, arms come up, pinning my shoulder blades down. And from here, we're just going to do our decompression breath. In, breathe broad into the back, into the rib cage, breathe out, lock the belly into place. Let's do it again. Big breath, and all the way out. And then let's do one more. All the way out. Now as we come up, again, you're going to drive that weight into your heels. Use the posterior chain from your head down into your heels. Lift the chest and relax. So you can repeat that as repetitions. If you're doing the wide one, I like to do 10 repetitions on each arm. And when I do the narrows or the regular founders, I like to do three breath holds and then release and then go back into that. And you can do anywhere from 5 to 10 sets of those. So these are not easy. I'm already sweating a little bit just doing that little bit of exercise. So you are engaging pretty much your full body, your core stabilization centers. So it's going to be difficult. Be safe with this one. If you have any questions, reach me here at the office. Be safe, have fun, get at it, and I'll see you soon.